Hi everyone, Tony from Act the Movies here. And if you know anything about me, you know that I love comic books and covering comic book adaptations on my weekly podcast, which you can find here or wherever you get your podcast. Just look up Hack the Movies. Yes, comic books were a big part of my life growing up. I really enjoy them. And when you adapt a comic book, the most important thing you can do is respect the lore. Okay? Do not betray these characters. You must respect the lore. No one wants to see a Superman movie where he's not flying. No one wants to watch a Spider-Man cartoon where he's not shooting webs. No one wants to watch a live-action Rippaverse short film where they get the color of the car Isom crashes on wrong. The lore must be respected. If I seem upset, it's because I have come across quite possibly the worst Batman adaptation I've ever experienced. If you haven't picked up on the hints that I dropped on the set here, I think it's pretty obvious that I'm talking about 1989's Tim Burton's Batman's Little Golden Book / Funko Pop adaptation. I came across this in the grocery store the other day and it caught my eye. I tend to buy little golden books for my nieces, and I never seen one before for Batman 1989. I enjoy that movie. In fact, on this channel, I reviewed Batman 1989 and Batman Returns. We even shot those reviews with an actual Michael Keaton Batmobile. It was a really great time. I've actually reviewed all the Michael Keaton Batmans, including The Flash, and we even have a compilation video if you just want to binge them all. So yes, a Little Golden Books adaptation of a movie I know like the back of my hand. I figured, great. This would be good for my nieces. We can read it. I can relive the movie through cartoony looking Funko Pops. But then I started skimming through it and I noticed many inconsistencies that I do not agree with. And I'm going to mention those inconsistencies and vent my frustrations to you right now. So I knew we were off to a bad start when I realized the book doesn't actually cover the entire film. It's just the Joker's parade. And it starts off innocently enough. The Joker is hanging out with his boys, throwing money out to the crowd, probably dancing to Prince. Pretty much what you saw in the film. But then we get Bruce Wayne looking at the parade on the back computer. And my eyebrow immediately went up. Like this. As we all know, the scene of Bruce Wayne looking at the monitors happens before the parade. And actually, he's watching video of the Joker announcing that a parade will happen. And that's when he realizes what the Joker's up to, and he has to get to work. And he does get to work. On the next page, he's suiting up to be Batman. I think they forgot something. I think they forgot Bruce Wayne recognizing that the Joker is actually the man who killed his parents. They also seem to have forgotten Alfred letting Vicky Vale in the Batcave. That was kind of a big moment in the film. It also didn't really make sense, and they made fun of it in the next film. But still, that was a big moment where she realizes who he is. She confesses her love for him. He's not sure what they're going to do because he is more concerned with the Joker at the moment. And then he suits up. No flashback to the killing of the Waynes. No realization that the Joker is actually his parents' murderer. And no scene with Vicky Vale. How do you leave out something so important in your adaptation? It makes no sense. But, you know, these are small books. Maybe they were just cutting it because they don't have a lot of pages to get through because these are meant for children. And my anger subsided. And I was like, okay, they trimmed it for time. Sure, it happens. So I continued reading. And we get to the part where the Joker starts to poison everyone with the Smilex gas that kills people. Oh, I'm sorry. In this adaptation, it's laughing gas. And the people don't die. They freak out and then they drop their money and run away. I mean, sure, some of them were running and freaking out in the film, but they were also dying from poisonous gas, not laughing gas. Did they even watch the movie? So the next few pages calmed me down. It's Batman flying the plane and stealing the balloons. Fine. Everything seems on brand there. And then we get to Bob's death, when the Joker shot him with a gun. But not according to Little Golden Books. No, Little Golden Books decided that the big boxing glove gun that he had from a completely different scene should be moved here. And Bob should be punched with the boxing glove instead of shot with a bullet. That scene was very important. It showed how unhinged the Joker was, that he would turn on even his best friend. And this book is watering it down and just taking all the, seriousness from that scene. What is even the point of all this? Where is the danger? Why is Batman even there? He could have stayed home. So like I said, Batman gets rid of the balloons, flies away, crowd is cheering, and I turned the page expecting him to have his plane shot down and Vicky Vale kidnapped, and Batman follow the Joker up the cathedral, which leads to a fight between him and all the Joker's henchmen, and they all die one by one, including the Joker, who gets attached to a gargoyle and falls from a ladder on a helicopter all the way down to the pavement. But no, none of that is in here. Vicky Vale's not in here. The plane never gets shot down. None of the henchmen get beat up or killed. The Joker makes it out alive. That's right. We have it here. The Joker and his goons tried to sneak away from their failed prank. No, they didn't. But Commissioner Gordon and Gotham City police officers nabbed them before they could escape. No, they didn't. They showed up after they had all moved up into the cathedral, and they were blocked from entering the cathedral. Watching the Batwing leave, the Joker said wistfully, "Where does he get those wonderful toys?" No, the Joker didn't say anything when Gordon saw him at the end of the movie, because the Joker was dead. Also, the "where does he get his wonderful toys?" that is from the museum fight scene way earlier in the film. They couldn't even get the final shot in the film right, where Batman stands stoically on a skyscraper looking at the new bat signal. No, they have him jumping and flapping his cape at the camera. I've never been more disgusted by an adaptation in my life. Almost none of that happened in the film. Kids are going to read this, and maybe it'll be their first exposure to Batman. And then they will go and watch that movie and be super upset that it wasn't like the book. Or they'll love the movie so much that they'll actually resent this book and be pissed that it was their first exposure to the character. I'm at a loss for words here, but I had to get it off my chest. If you were thinking of buying the Funko Pop Little Golden Book adaptation of Batman 1989, but mostly just the third act, don't do it. I would advise against it. If you want more Batman 1989, though, you should watch those episodes I mentioned earlier. And you can also check out my review of the Batman 1989 arcade game, which surprisingly is a very good adaptation. Please check out all those videos. Listen to my podcast either here or wherever you get your podcast. Follow my second channel, Hack the Movies Clips and Streams, or Twitch to see all my live streams. I think you'll enjoy everything we have here. Recently, in the world of Batman, we've reviewed The Penguin Show and Creature Commandos. Go back and check out those episodes. And yeah, if you're hardcore, if you get real into it, consider joining Patreon, where we have even more goodies. But yes, that is it for me. Goodbye.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our other videos and Patreon page.